concept of allowing things to go in one ear and out the other. As we look at this concept of understanding that everybody doesn't mean us any good, when we think of the word build, we think about improvement. And if people are not helping you to improve, then they're obviously out to see you not excel. And so I want to give to us three things that all of us need to be working on building and those around us if God has really sent them. The scripture says that there are three things that all of us, if we've been born again, if we've been sanctified and set aside, three things that all of us need to be building before we leave this earth. The first thing I want to talk to you and tell you about is dealing with the letter R of literation. All of us need to be surrounded by people who are interested in us building a resting place. Somebody say resting place. One of the things that many of us don't understand about God is God doesn't want us roaming all of our lives. Some of us, we're too old and we're still busy. We're too old and we're like busybodies, headed nowhere fast. Come on now. The scripture says at some point you ought to settle down. Somebody say settle down. Oh, it's in the text. Don't get angry today. Don't get angry. I stopped by to tell somebody you too old to still be running around. You too old to still be hopping from pillar to post. The Bible says at some point you need to build you a resting place. You're too old to be talking about I'm still trying to find myself. What you looking for? You got arthritis now. And I'm still trying to find myself. Where you located? Y'all got to talk back to me today now. I'm too shy for y'all to sit there and act like this. I mean, wake up. It's preaching time. You only get out of it what you put in it. You know, in college they tell you those who get the A+ are those that engage with the professor. That means you talk back to me. You raise your hand, you participate. Folks talking about the dead, you dead. Say that. And you're dead because you've been running all week. Dead time. Wore out. Your children wore out. Mom and daddy wore out. Grandma and granddaddy wore out. Tired. Because you're running the streets. Even baby Will, tired. Out there 9, 10 o'clock at night, still playing football. Tired. Ain't got a damn check costing us money. They're tired. But the Bible says at some point you ought to settle down. Ain't nothing cute with clubbing all week. Ain't nothing cute by going to the casino all week. Ain't nothing cute with having a girlfriend for every day of the week. The Bible says at some point you ought to settle down. Ain't nothing cute with hopping from job to job every 3 to 6 months. At some point you ought to settle down. Ain't nothing cute about hopping from church to church every year. Scripture said at some point you ought to settle down. And you think you saved. You in bondage. That ain't saved. You lost. The scripture says settle down. You're 25 and don't know what you want with your life. You're 35. You ought to have your 10 years in by somewhere. All right. You can't get retirement starting over. You can't get tenure starting over. You will never complete your degree until you settle down. If you keep changing your major, you will never graduate. The scripture says settle down. Every time you watch TV, I think I ought to try it. Come on now. Ooh, goodness. Every time you go to somebody else's house, ooh, I think I want to live in this neighborhood. You don't pay that off. been somewhere, build it and settle down. So many people are unstable. Somebody say unstable. Ain't got nothing to show for themselves. Ain't been nowhere, no time. Just going. Going. Nowhere. Oh, somebody coming to preach with me. If you've been born again, you realize your peace and happiness is not in running. At some point, you got to build you a resting place. You got to make up in your mind, this is where I'm going to chill at. This is going to be my home. Instead of trying to rent and renew your lease every 18 months. Something wrong. You don't own no house when you're 65. Don't take the 10 years to pay one off if you get one reasonable enough. Don't even take 30 years. I don't know who told you that. Makes no sense. Get you something small and cheap. 10-year mortgage. Pay it off. Use that equity. Rent that out and put it towards something else. It's time that we stop all this feel-good stuff in church and you leave it out dumb. You ain't learned nothing. The scripture says you got to settle down, stop being so fast. Somebody say just slow down. My God. My God. I'm used to young folks being fast, but there's something wrong when you're old with gray hair in your face. And I don't care how much you died, it's still gray. That means anybody that's 30 and over, because that's just about when that gray starts kicking in. If you got to dye your hair, you know you old. Your hair wasn't burgundy, your hair you was born. It wasn't cherry blossom. It wasn't almond red. Settle down. At some point, you got to find yourself. And you got to accept who God has made you. Some of us are in an identity crisis. We don't know who we want to be. We don't even want to be ourselves. Every time we look around, we're trying to reinvent ourselves. Man, look, just settle. Those that's going to be for you, going to be for you. Those that are not, oh well. But learn how to settle down.